Well, Coach, any Florida resident will tell you that afternoon pop-up showers and storms are the norm, and that's exactly what we have right now. Actually expecting a pretty steady rain throughout today here in Jacksonville at TIAA Bank Field. A few minutes prior to us coming on air, this crowd was jolted into action with the introduction of these Jaguars. They're set for football as the Jags are ready to match up with Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line.
Right. 180. Yes.
Check, 47. And watch that. And watch the ball.
Good go.
They go with Leonard Fournette, third-year back from LSU. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
That's it, baby. That's it. That's it.
If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Now Leonard Fournette, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
Now Foles off the play fake to Fournette. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA, with a sack.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Harris now to return. "34 yards on the return, but for a moment looked like he had a shot to go all the way. And the Saints will have a short field. In front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10.
Mike 50. Mike 50. Mike 50. Deuce. SOS.
This is Alvin Kamara, who made the Pro Bowl in each of his first 2 NFL seasons. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Telvin Smith that time there to make the play. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Throwing, Bridgewater. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
4-7's the mic. 4-7's the mic. Hey, they scared.
Great.
Slam.
Now Foles. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Demario Davis coming in for the sack that time.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And for the Saints here on third down, an extra defensive back on the field. Foles. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. They were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going into on your defense? Thank you.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
47. Check, 47. Time to go, night.
Fournette, a first down carry. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
Third, 180.
Is the mic.
Great.
Let's get that ball right here.
They keep it with Fournette on first down. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
The Jags with their first opportunity in the red zone. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. Here's Foles. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Hey, watch the slant. Wide. Get wide.
They'll toss it to Fournette. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Leonard Fournette with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now Kamara. And he'll get this up only to about the 33.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Yeah. 59. Just 59. Mike to 59. Big stop, D. Big stop.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Back deep for the Jags, D.D. Westbrook. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
13.
Play clock down to 0. And this is not the way to start a drive. They're inching closer and closer here to the wrong goal line.
When you're backed up like that, all you're trying to do is make sure you don't give up a big play, right? You don't miss an assignment that really gets you into more trouble.
After the penalty, it's Fournette. He'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped in his tracks at about the 3. Tackled there by Alex Anzalone.
Perfectly designed. Blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Set. 180.
Check Mike 47. Too little, cupcake. Kill. Check your hot read.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And some space here. 31 yards there and a first down. I don't think that's what the defensive coordinator had in mind there. You got him pinned back inside the 5, and then you let him rip off that long run.
You're already anticipating the film session, aren't you?
There's going to be some anger.
Yeah, it's not going to be at the greatest hits, is it? Because they didn't hit anyone on that play. Supposed to have them pinned back deep. Instead, they leave a big crack, a gaping hole, and guess what? They're in bad position right now.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, I'm coming.
Water.
Check, nickel.
A shotgun give to Fournette. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd and 2, Foles. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. Marshawn Lattimore right there on the coverage. He was draped all over it. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Hey, Silver.
Mike's 47.
He'll drop to throw. He's got the hook up to Lee. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
So that'll back him up 5.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get excited. Let's go.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
47's the Mike.
Five.
Check. 47.
Silver. 47's the Mike. 47's the Mike.
Easy.
Here we go.
36.
Looking to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right.
Let's go. Great.
We got 4. We got 4 down. 4 down.
2nd and 15. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position, you have to be. You just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball.
It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
Under.
On 3rd down, Fournette. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th. And this will be a long field goal if the skies were clear. But here in the rain and the elements, they'll go for it on 4th.
Crunch.
They'll go with a big bang Fournette. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Check.
Going 5-3.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. Officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end.
Zebra.
Push him back.
To go.
On the draw, this is Fournette. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple, down to the 15-yard line.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Let's go.
What we got?
47's the mic. 47's the mic.
Okay, double up.
Get him.
Shift.
Throwing on 2nd and 8, Foles. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. DJ Chark, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
Let's go.
The mic, boys. 56. Check 56. Woo-hoo.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Flush to his right. Eluding the pressure right. And a nice job there defensively to contain him and get him to the ground a few yards short of the 1st down marker. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, and you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. I don't think anyone got a finger on it. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it? And now look at him go. 30, 10, touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, an 80-yard touchdown, as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. Lutz good on the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Foles now, 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a 1st down. He'll look to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. It's caught inside the 25. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. DJ Chark, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that makes the score 14-7. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Here we go.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. From the gun, Bridgewater. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. A good pickup there at 22. To the air again with Bridgewater. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
All right. I got you.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams.
Pick, baby. Good stuff. Keep doing that.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
You don't know no better.
Final play of the half, Bridgewater. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people would think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
First carry for a Central Florida alum, Latavius Murray. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well.
And Kamara has it stripped, and the Jags grab it. Not the trend he wanted to start the season with a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you give a little extra attention to him. Get after the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Foles, complete to his tight end, Seth DeValve.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Great.
4-7's the mic. 4-7's the mic.
Here we go. Hey, check Mike 47. Check Mike.
They'll try and run forward with Fournette. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Rush in.
Kill.
47's the mic.
2 draw corkers.
Now Fournette. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. That one complete. He finds Shark. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. The Jags picking up the 1st down there, a gain of 12.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Flushed out right. And incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Oh, a design run for their wideout. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
Hey, here we go.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Caden's gold.
Mike 56. Mike 56.
Double dog.
Turbo 64.
Alert flare.
They'll look to throw here. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Marcus Davenport picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And that's his 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you'll see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It'll be a loss of 7 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Ready. Check. Check 31. Check 31.
Off the play fake, Bridgewater. He gets it complete to Harris. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And that's caught inside the 35. Yeah, this will get them all the way inside of Jacksonville's 10. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 56 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. And this is no good. It's a missed extra point. Boy, in a tight game, how important might that turn out to be here as the second half rolls along? Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is taken at the 3. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
A pass there complete to Westbrook. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. You ready for a Captain Obvious comment?
Let's go. Go with it, please.
He had the 5 picks last week. He's got to be much more pleased. Just the 1 interception. They've got the lead here in the 4th.
And not only is he pleased, his entire team is. Because throwing those 5 interceptions affects everyone. That's extra work for your defense and not enough possessions for your offense. He's flipped that ratio around in this game.
And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 23.
Well, there's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short game. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk.
Watch the screen. Shift. Watch the shift.
Topper, Topper. Where'd he go?
They'll look to throw here on first down. The open man is Westbrook. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now, to stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go.
Mike's 47.
Mike, Zoo.
What are you?
Out of the gun now on third down. Completes it to Lee. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12.
Let's go, baby.
That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling. Foles now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. They'll run with Fournette. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Check, 47. Watch the slats. Watch the slats.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Foles steps away to his left. And that'll be incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Check tight. Check tight.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Boy, that one really could have turned this thing upside down. Marshawn Lattimore right there on the coverage. He was draped all over it. The kick by Lambeau is good, and that'll make this a 7-point game. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now a throw here on second down, and that's complete. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. A 10th carry for Kamara. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game, so he's really made his presence felt in this one.
Bridgewater now from the 50. It's brought in by Harris.
Oh, boy, I know you felt that one. I know you felt that one.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Mike 15, Mike 15. Here we go.
Here's Bridgewater. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 29-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Coming this way, here we go.
They'll throw again, Bridgewater. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He's back to throw. Open man is Michael Thomas. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 17 there and a New Orleans first down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Bridgewater. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's 2nd down.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
He'll look to throw. And this one complete to Smith. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. I tell you, it has not been his best day throwing the football. He really needs to piece something together here.
All will be forgiven if he leads them into the end zone.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Kamara. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Now from the 7, here's second and goal. Kamara trying again. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
56. Army. Mike 50.
Hey, someone.
56. Let's go, D. Big series right here.
Let's go.
Here's Foles.
Kill.
And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Tonight, 180.
56, right there. 56. I got it.
13.
56 the mic. 56 is the mic. Let's go, D. Let's go. 56 the
Hey, Haywood.
56.
Now Foles. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Foles. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
12.
Single, slop. Hey, you're on an island over there.
He'll drop to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. And we have free football overtime. Here we go, my friend.
And the way this game played out, this is exactly how it should end, going to overtime, because neither one got an advantage today.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Watch the slant.
Now a first throw here in overtime. And he will not be able to get away as Foles is taken down. Cameron Jordan, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Well, Foles and the Jags now have to deal with a 3rd and long after that sack.
Mike 56, Mike 56. Hey, we got
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. If you throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you.
They run it again with Kamara. And this time not as successful, as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
Here, baby. Your trip is here.
Set, hut. It's over the ending.
What we got? What we got? What we got?
What can Bridgewater do in the OT? Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Okay, so interesting here. A field goal would win this thing, but the kicking team on the sideline, and they're going for it on 4th down. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage.
Go, go, go.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied.
Wide 80.
Right there, 56.
Water.
Let's go.
Here we go.
Now on 2nd and 16. Foles. Oh, and it's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. So we will see yet another drive in this overtime.
For whatever reason, neither team able to finish this game off. I know that the first thought is, does anyone really want to win it? but I think that they both desperately want to win it, and sometimes you force things, and that leads to errors.
Well, it's out there for the taking. We'll see who can do it. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 10 yards, good for his Saints, first down.
Let's go.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Murray, running right. Murray has the first down and more. And down to the 16-yard line.
Here we go.
He'll get 15 and a Saints first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. On second down, Kamara. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So it all rests now on the right leg of Will Lutz. And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime.
Let's go now. 60 or.
Oh, you got deep?
A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him short. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on first down. Now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. So it all rests now on the right leg of Will Lutz. This to win it in overtime. And that hits off the left upright, and it caroms away, no good. And this game will remain tied. So into overtime and all the way to the end of overtime, they have a chance to win it. Couldn't convert on the field goal, and we end in the very rare tie.
Don't see it very often. We did discuss it as we began overtime.